Welcome back, adventurers. Last time in Barovia, we kicked off my massive first attempt at a terrain build. I'm working on building Castle Ravenloft from Curse of Strahd. Currently in the middle of a super fun campaign in the digital format, because it's 2020. My friends and I are loving the Curse of Strahd, so this castle will be a nice addition to our gameplay. In case you missed it, the base of this castle is made out of cardboard and other recycled materials that I had been gathering up for a while, taped them together, and then added some plaster over the top to create some texture and make it look a little bit more like stone in a real building. This week I have so much that I want to get done on this build, so let's go ahead and get after it. I kicked things off by spray priming. The primer will help to protect the plaster and will make it much easier to paint. Next up, the polymer clay to begin construction of the door and windows. I think something that's really going to help me with the polymer clay pieces that I'm attaching to the castle is making them have a lot of texture. So I'm just trying to add a little bit of interest to them by imprinting them with textures. So for the windows, I found the really fun texture on the clay tools to work for me. And for this door, I want it to look like real wood. So I'm going to get a piece of wood and imprint it onto the door. While waiting for the clay pieces to cool, I started to paint the castle with a nice dark acrylic base. So I just spent a few minutes kind of wrestling with the decision of whether or not I want to spray paint this castle as well. I just spent some time dry brushing, as y'all just saw. It's just not coming out as black and dark as I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some black spray paint and try to do that as my base. Okay, so my can of spray paint does not seem to want to work. I tried to even take some acetone to it to get the nozzle working. There's tons of paint in there, so I don't understand why. So my bright idea was kind of foiled, and it's hot, and this thing is half spray painted. I think the plan is gonna be to buy some new spray paint and get some sleep, get some rest, stop thinking about castles. Being super brave and journeying out to get spray paint for this very important project. Here we go! All right, we are back in business. We got some new fancy spray paint that shouldn't clog up on me. We're ready to try again spray painting the castle. The spray paint was definitely a good call, but now back to the acrylics for the clay pieces. Nuln oil. If you watched my first video, you know that I love this stuff. It really adds a lot of darkness and intrigue to any textured item. To attach the clay pieces, I decided to use a mix of Elmer's and hot glue to ensure the pieces would stick. Great news, everyone. This castle finally kind of looks like something that an adult might have made. I feel good. I've logged a lot of time the past few days and it finally feels like it's becoming something that I'm proud of. I do apologize though. I think I'm going to have to stretch this out into another week of projecting. I've logged a lot of time and I just need a little break. In my next video, you can expect to see me add some shingles to the roof, some creepy vegetation here and there. I'm gonna play with some brick texture and some other materials. I wanna try to make the castle look a little bit more real. And of course, those LED lights that I mentioned from my first video are gonna be popped into various windows, and I think they'll create a really cool candlelight effect. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have a close-up shot of the castle to wrap up here, and I'll see you next week.